The government understands and shares the concerns of fellow Singaporeans and businesses and households about the price increases and empathizes with the cost pressures felt. While the small and open nature of our economy constrains how much we can shield Singaporeans from inflationary pressures, the government will spare no effort to lessen its impact. We have put in place a multi-pronged strategy to mitigate inflationary pressures. First, the government is striving hard to keep Singapore economy competitive so that we can keep creating good jobs for Singaporeans and to bring sustainable wage growth for Singaporeans. For example, before the pandemic, from 2014 to 2019, Singapore economy was expanding by 3.1% per annum on average. In tandem with economic growth, the real median income of full-time employed residents, and that is after accounting for inflation, grew by 3.8% per annum over those 5 years I've cited earlier. Even though the pandemic led to the economy contracting by 5.4% in year 2020, it rebounded by 7.2% last year. The strong recovery has helped to ensure that resident workers enjoy real wage growth in year 2021 after accounting for inflation. Specifically, we note that in year 2021, the real median income growth of full-time employed residents was positive at 1.1%. For lower income residents at the bottom 20 percentile, real income rose by a larger 4.6% last year. Mr. Ang Wei Neng asked about the potential impact of inflation on Singapore's economic growth this year. MTI's assessment is that Singapore's economic recovery remains on track, with the GDP expected to grow by 3% to 5% this year. This should continue to support recovery in the labour market in the year ahead. Second, given the imported and domestic cost pressures, MAS tightened the monetary policy in October last year by shifting the trade-weighted Singapore dollar towards an appreciating path. Since then, Singapore dollar has strengthened, which helped reduce the Singapore dollar cost of imports and shield Singaporeans from some of the external cost pressures. For instance, Singapore dollar has appreciated significantly against the currencies of the country's major food sources over the longer term, and this has moderated the pass-through effects of external inflationary pressure. Third, the government carefully manages domestic supply-side constraints, such as the supply of industrial and commercial space, to help rein in business rental costs that may translate to higher consumer prices. During the pandemic, businesses received rental relief to cope with their rental costs. Additionally, policy measures such as the Wage Credit Scheme, Jobs Support Scheme, and the Jobs Growth Incentive Scheme have elevated the labour outlay of businesses. Fourth, the government has been diversifying our food import sources, and today our food supplies come from more than 170 countries and regions from the world. This helps to ensure that the prices of our food supplies remain competitive and reduce our vulnerability to larger price fluctuations globally. Notably, while global food commodity prices surged by around 30% on a year-on-year basis between July and November 2021, based on the UN's Food and Agriculture Organization's Food Price Index, Singapore's domestic non-cooked food prices saw a far smaller increase of 1.6% over the same period. MTI and the various ministries and agencies want to thank our industry partners, including our trade associations and key supermarket retailers who have been working closely with us, especially in the last 2 years, to diversify and secure alternate food sources for Singapore.